Hey everyone, it's Blue Lizard Jello. Welcome back to Everything Possible in Dark Souls 2. And here we are still in No Man's Wharf, talking to our good friend Gavlan the Gyrm. So Gavlan does have some items for sale, but more importantly he has an item that we can only get from him once we've actually spent 15,000 souls with him. Thought I did that, I did not, so I will buy some more. The other nice thing is you can sell all of your excess to him. If you have any items that you don't want, he will buy them from you. So once we've spent enough, we talk to him again and pick ourselves up a Gyrm Greataxe.
You go home.
I love that line. Watch out for this ambush. Take care of him. Pick up the 3 iron arrows that he drops. And we will go ahead and ring the bell. Now, I've always loved this scene, so I don't actually cut it. I don't run away. I do watch it. I do speed it up a bit. Even though the geography makes no sense, and it also doesn't make sense that the boat magically turns around after you have defeated the boss here, still think it's a pretty cool scene. A pair of Lifegems and a Homeward Bone. I like to hop down and go through the basement here, take care of the Dark Dwellers. There are a pair of them in here, and luckily we can get ourselves yet another Tattered cloth robe. It's like Dark Souls Christmas, it really is. Or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or a holiday I've never heard of. Or if you don't celebrate one, it's like your birthday. If you don't celebrate that, it's, I don't know, 4th of July, maybe. And some more fire arrows. Now, in the second half of No Man's Wharf are where you're going to really find the secret. So we do have 2 hidden walls that we are about to uncover. First one being right here. So you come up to this bare wall and you want to interact with this. So again, whatever button you use to pick items up, use that against this wall. 2 chests in here. Get yourself 3 firebombs in the wooden chest. And a large Titanite Shard in the iron chest. Head upstairs. Take care of him. And this is where the summon sign for Luacatiel should be. So we will have to return here later, unfortunately, after I've talked to her. That just opens up the gate. It will remain open. Head over here to the room with the next hidden wall. Now this one has some sleeping soldiers again, so we will deal with them like we did the last time. Now all of these pots in here are filled with poison, so you don't want to be rolling through it. You don't want to be using melee attacks. If you have a ranged attack option, use it. Grab ourselves a Varangian Shield. And then what I like to do, since they're cheap, is just equip my throwing knives, and we're going to replenish them here in a moment. Get 7 throwing knives and a flame butterfly. And in the iron chest, we can get ourselves yet another Estus Flask Shard. Not too bad for being this early in the game. And you can hear a crystal lizard. Now this wall you have to break. So have some projectiles ready because we can hear what's on the other side. Target right away. Unfortunately I hit the ground, so I only hit him with AoE, but it's alright because I pick him up with the Dark Orb. And he will drop 2 Titanite Shards and another large Titanite. Soul of a Nameless Soldier. A large Soul of a Nameless Soldier. And then we get ourselves a Royal Soldier's Ring. This is the equivalent, the Dark Souls 2 equivalent, I should say, of Havel's Ring. So this will give you an extra 10% of your equipment load. This is the base level. There are 3 levels of this. Head downstairs where we have a few more Dark Dwellers to deal with. Luckily we get to pick up our third Longsword in this run, which is always nice. Now, what the Dark Dweller just did there was he started to berserk or enrage, whatever term you want to use. At some point, they stop fearing the light, and they just get really mad, and they want to attack you no matter what. So you can see him chasing me out into the light with no concern whatsoever. Now, you can backstab these. Unfortunately, I was not able to show that off. And yes, third Longsword. Alright, for you Longsword collectors, great place to farm them. I don't know why you want them, but they're here. Human Effigy and 2 Lifegems take care of this. I don't know what his station was. Do you ever stop and wonder about enemy placement? And really, were they told, these 3 in particular, alright, you, I want you face down in the water. You 2, hang off the pier just in case someone shows up. And then make sure you climb up fast so he can just knock you right off. I'm not really sure what the enemy was thinking. Now up here we can talk to Carhillion of the Fold. Carhillion, whatever. And if you talk to him with at least 30 intelligence, he's going to give you the Northern Ritual Band +1. That band increases your spell usage, but it decreases your HP. Now with Carhillion, you can't talk to him at all unless you have at least 8 intelligence. Going through some of the items that he sells, and I took one look at Magic Weapon and I thought, yes, I need to own this. Why do I need to own this? Because who doesn't want a weaker version of a spell they already picked up for free? So we're going to head over to the boat, we're going to clear it out, and then we're going to go back and talk to Luacatiel, and we're going to go pick her up. I always like to clear the area to make sure she makes it to the fight. Now this is harking back to when I was playing originally on the PS3 pre-patch, and Luacatiel died if an enemy so much as sneezed in her general direction. She also was very prone to walking off the pier, so any distraction you could take away to allow her to make it to the boss gate was optimal, and I think that habit is just stuck. Alright, with them defeated, you are going to see a little transition here, and I will have Luacatiel with me. I've already showed you where to pick her up, so here I am with Luacatiel in tow. We're going to take out the Flexile Sentry, and she is going to do a heck of a job tanking this boss for us. Again, not a boss walkthrough, but if I can recommend anything when fighting the Flexile Sentry, try to keep the side with the clubs fighting you. The swords are a lot more deadly in my opinion. Now, I could have used some herbs here to get my Great Lightning Spear back, but like I said earlier, I'm not a huge magic fan. I prefer melee. But this boss, like many of the enemies in Dark Souls, is weak to lightning, especially with the fact that we're standing in some water. But you can just see her take blow after blow and just shrug it off. Also, the Stone Ring is not a terrible ring to use for this fight, because the Flexile Sentry's poise is actually pretty low. You can actually see me break his poise a few times, just like I did just there, and I'm not even wearing the ring. And just because I can punch him in the chime, that's what I do. Pick up the Flexile Sentry Soul, bow to Luacatiel, who wants nothing to do with me and wants off this ship. I get it, fine. She gets seasick. Let's head upstairs. Now, you don't want to hit the item up here that makes the boat move. I don't remember the name. I'm not a seafaring man. Head around to the left, open the iron chest, and grab yourself the normal Pyromancy Flame, as well as the Fireball spell. And then you can go use this magical boat device. So this is our second way now of entering the Lost Bastille. The first one was after the Pursuer. You examine the bird's nest and a bird will fly you over there. The second one, equally as majestic, taking a boat ride over there. And again, how did the boat turn around? I mean, we're already using the magic boat transport thing. I guess it spun the boat around in some sort of temporal space anomaly. I don't know. Quantum physics or something. Now, I try to show it off here, so I look straight up. That up there, those textures, that's actually the prison that's above us. So, kind of some lazy development choices on there. They did not clean those textures up. Nothing for us here on the ground floor. Let's take the elevator up. Alright, one of these chests does have an item for us. So we can grab ourselves Soul of a Proud Knight and a Radiant Lifegem. Now, run back into the elevator and then swiftly run back out before the door closes. And then we want to catch a ride on the top. Grab yourself Scimitar and some repair powder. And once again, take the elevator back up. And I'm not going to do the elevator music this time. I'm just not. I can't be pressured. Now, a bunch of cells, you would think there'd be items galore, however, only one of them has any items, and it is a pear of common fruit, which increases your poison resistance. Make sure you don't forget to run into this cell and light the bonfire, like I did. And that is going to wrap up our second episode of our No Man's Wharf in-depth item guide. I hope you guys learned something. Next time, we're not actually going to attack the Lost Bastille just yet. We are actually going to head over to Huntsman's Copse and see what we can find in there. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope to catch you next time, and until then, take it easy.